Greetings all, this is Michael W. Ford. I am very pleased to announce a new book, a new work that I've been in the process of completing for a good while. And coming in late September in hardback, softcover, and digital formats will be The Demons of Solomon, Spirits of the Air, Earth, and Underworld. This work is illustrated beautifully by Mitchell Nolte with Kitty Salimozzi, and I'm very excited about presenting what this book is to you and how it invests a whole new line of study, initiation, lore into the Luciferian tradition. So the Demons of Solomon is based after the Testament of Solomon. Now, many people have confused and think that the Testament of Solomon and the demons therein are the same as the Goetia. Well, the Testament of Solomon is a much older work in its form. It's dated to being written in Greek from between the 1st and 3rd century A.D. during the Greco-Egyptian and early Judeo-Christian kind of syncretic various traditions and blends of types of magic, both black or destructive and creative, in the ancient Near East. The Demons of Solomon reveals the cosmology and origins of the Testament of Solomon and the ritual magic of invoking a majority of those spirits. It also plays on consecrating and how to consecrate and charge talismans and the sigils for specific tasks, both internal or spiritual, or in the physical real world of cause and effect. These are pre-goetia spirits. Now remember, the Goetia as we know it is from different traditions, including wire and some of the Renaissance period demonology texts. So a lot of those names, those spirits in the Goetia, the 72, have a much older origin. They weren't just made up in a few hundred years. Many were deities or what they call jinn, or different types of spirits or deities that became the enemies of Judeo-Christianity. And they became a part of the fallen angels under Lucifer, Belial, Paimon, etc. But the Testament of Solomon demons are from the Hellenistic period of early Christianity. Now these fallen angels and demons, and some of the names that we'll go through: Beelzebub or Beelzebul, Ornius, Obizalth or Abizu, better known as Gelo or Lilith, Wrath, the demon called Legion, from the possessing unclean spirits, as you know, in the as the Gerasene demoniac. Onosceles, a demon who is in the company of Hecate or Hecate in Hellenistic magical and mythological lore. Lix Tetrax, which holds significance in its origins as a Hellenistic what they call voces magickae, or magical voices, magical words having specific magical purpose in utilizing. First found on the statue of Artemis of Ephesus in the Hellenistic period, actually older. I think it was around 400 BC, slightly before Alexander. Lix Tetrax is a powerful blast or wind demon spirit that can be utilized in dream and astral projection, and also formulating energy for yourself, in understanding the nature of air and the fluid protein aspects that it can bring. Asmodeus, the 7 rulers of darkness associated with the Pleiades. And these specific angels or demons can be both beneficial and destructive. They're known as the Cosmocrators, or the world rulers of this darkness, as it's called. The 36 Decani, Abizithibad, a one-winged demon found in the Red Sea, but also the ruler of Tartarus. And there's so many more. It took me a long time to work with these and formulate this book, because there's, beyond the Testament of Solomon and its various manuscripts, there's no sigils. There's only the lore and the tale. So I had to look at different translations and find comparisons between them, the etymology, how it's written, how it's structured, and then that traced me back to the actual deific masks, or the demons and spirits that were found in the time period, in the world, part of the magical traditions, from before the first century A.D. until the 5th century A.D. These were like the headless one, Akephalos. Different variations of, you'll see Hecate or Hecate in a different, slightly different manifestation within this work in the ancient, from the ancient Near East. So this provides a richer addition to work with the Goetia, or those interested in authentic ritual magic. Now, the Testament of Solomon is written, it's said to be written from the 9th century B.C., when he was building the temple. There's various legends about that. But this work, the Testament of Solomon, incorporates Hellenistic demons, spirits, old deities from that time period of the early centuries A.D. So it's a myth, but the spirits, and I tell you, you will have experiences with these if this is your chosen method of exploration. What you'll find in the book first is the presentation of the ancient and Hellenistic early Christian periods of demonology and magic, and how those kind of in a syncretic form manifest in modern Luciferianism. A study of the names and how those evolved, and the types of, at first glance, powers they possess, their authorities, their traits, their energies, but also what they can be utilized for on a deeper level. So there are levels to this, just like my other works. The sigils were reconstructed. I created these sigils over time by trial and error of taking the attributes, the Greek, Coptic, Hebrew, different spellings of the names, different epithets of the demons, and created a formula of pure sigillic imagination. So the image might show a specific type of form of the demon, but in an abstract way, with everything that's in there having meaning So there's no this isn't like armchair magic where you draw some crap and think it's a great sigil that'll work. There's no disconnect with this. These are composed and formulated on the elements, planetary associations, imagery, etc. And I have used them for quite a period of time prior to this being completed, the print version of this grimoire. Let's understand that in this work, the origins and descriptions are presented, but also the methodology in invoking and consecrating the talisman or the sigil that you'll reproduce by taking a picture, printing it, drawing it, whatever it is, and utilizing that for a period of time. Now, you don't have to use the counter angel name because Luciferian must embrace that energy, and through will and the strong mind that you're building with Luciferian philosophy and practice, there is a mutual harmony between that energy, that spirit, with your daemon as the mediator, and your psyche, your temple of mind, body, and spirit. Using angel names, and keep in mind there were pagan angels, there were Judeo-Christian angels. It means messenger, a carrier out of something, similar to a demon of the gods, or Yahweh. In this case, these are Hebrew-oriented angels, but they also have pagan origins too. So they can be used to balance out if an energy gets too, or a working gets too out of control for the individual. But I recommend a honoring mutual respect so that energy, that power, accepts you, honors you as you would yourself. If weakness is shown, or if you are less, then that's not always good. Initiation is a test. You'll be challenged. You'll be tempted in different ways. You have to remain according to your true will, your direction, and what you're attaining to. The mythological tale is woven into the grimoire, so it reads in many ways as a story that diverts to descriptions and the origins of each deity, followed with an invocation based on many different formulas and attributes. It is a modern left-hand path adaptation. There's no praising God, Yahweh, Jesus. This is the embrace of your brothers and sisters, the demons and fallen angels, the ones who brought the black flame, collectively the adversary, the inspiring force that gives us the power of destruction, creation, of art, of knowledge, of using our minds and our energy to shape the world or misshape the world as we know it. This work is beautifully illustrated by Mitchell Nolte, an artist I've worked with for many years now. These early demons, in honoring them, in bringing them into a modern observance in this book with their sigils, their descriptions, names, invocations, hymns, the illustrations that we have for them that Mitchell created were spot on to descriptions that I provided in different angles of understand, color, and variations. He really brings a new opening from the abyss to Ornius, to Akephalos, to Beelzebub, and Kitty also with Anoskeles as well, the companion of Hecate. So this work, I'm excited to tell you, is coming sometime this month in September. It will probably be towards the later of the month with all the things that have to happen and the little bit of delay with the current world situation. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to your comments and seeing you apply these works in the real world. Banama Arama.